This has Thunder fans feeling concerned in the infancy stages of this new regular season. The Thunder off to a great start this year, off to the best start in franchise history, 8-1, but a couple of storylines we've got to talk about today that have come up, that have become a trend so far with this team here in the new regular season that need to be talked about today. Things that aren't necessarily negatives per se, but things that are holding this team back from being that much better, which is terrifying to say. This Thunder team won a championship last year, is off to an 8-1 start, and still can be better, and we know this team should be better, and we're going to talk about some of those things here today in the video. Going to go into some things that led to that loss up in Portland, that just excruciating game that we watched a couple nights ago. But before we get into all of that, welcome into the channel. This is Thunder Digest. I am Ryan Breeden, and if you have not subscribed yet, make sure you do so. Just go down below. You can click subscribe, completely free. A way to show your allegiance to the Thunder, a way to be a part of Thunder Nation. Thunder up here on the road to this back-to-back championship journey, and obviously that would be the end goal for this team this season. A goal that is incredibly accomplishable, but the one big thing, the one ball and chain that is holding this team back so far this year, something that hopefully will not continue to be an issue throughout this season, is the injury problem. So this graphic right here, I made this, but it should say through 9 games, and the players that have 8 games listed, it really should say 9. All the other numbers are completely good. I'll give you a second to kind of sink this in for a second here and look at all the players that have been injured. 8 players that have missed time this year, a couple of them that will be out for extended periods of time, but the continuity for the lineup has been a major problem. Jalen Williams continues to battle with his wrist recovery from his procedure he had to fix that torn ligament. Had a screw removed last week. He'll be reevaluated again here in about 7 to 14 days. So Jalen Williams, he's a guy that's missed every single game this year. Obviously, incredibly important player. Kenrich Williams, Kenny Hustle, he hasn't played yet either this year, dealing with a leg injury. Nikola Topic, I mean, what more is there to say for him right now, right? The testicular cancer diagnosis last week. He doesn't have to focus on basketball right now. His presence on the court would obviously be a benefit for this team, but that is absolutely not at all important right now. Thomas Sorber, he won't play at all this year, tore his ACL before Summer League, so he won't play at all this season. But Isaiah Joe, the team's best three-point shooter, I made a video about him a couple days ago. If you want to go check that out, why I believe that he is the key to this Thunder offense off the bench. If you want to go check it out and you haven't watched it, go do so. I highly recommend it. Isaiah Joe's missed 5 games. Chet Holmgren has missed 5 games with a back injury as well. Now, he is set to go tonight against Sacramento at the start of the NBA Cup, so that is good news for the Thunder. Lou Dort has missed 2 games. He's questionable still again tonight, and Cason Wallace has missed a game as well. Absent from this injury report is Aaron Wiggins. He has not missed a game yet, but he will miss his first game of the year tonight. He sustained an injury, should be day-to-day, kind of like most of these are. He's going to miss time, and he's going to be out tonight against Sacramento. So you'd add a 9th player to this graphic, and you're thinking probably, obviously this is a problem, right? But it goes beyond just those guys that have been out. Jalen Williams would be an absolute star in your lineup. He would, without a doubt, be a starter. Chet Holmgren, same thing, is a starter. Lou Dort is a starter. Cason Wallace, going into the season, probably was considered the 6th man. A.J. Mitchell, I think, has probably stolen that title away, but Cason's still invaluable off the bench. Isaiah Joe, incredibly valuable off the bench. Nikola Topic would get time as a ball handler off of the bench for this team, probably 7th or 8th off. And then same goes for Thomas Sorber. He would get some run as well. With those guys being out, we've seen some lineups that have looked something like this through 9 games. So you look at things starting with the Houston Rockets, Indiana Pacers, back-to-back double overtime games. The mainstays in the lineup for this entire season, you've had Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in there for all 9 games. You've had Isaiah Hartenstein in there for all 9 games. And that's where the continuity stops. Lou Dort missed a game against the Pelicans, and then he also missed a game against the Trailblazers. That's a defensive presence that is not out there on the court with you. That's a guy that can score the basketball. He's admittedly had a struggle of an offensive season so far this year, But that's a guy that would be out there that is not a part of your lineup, not a part of your rotation. Cason Wallace, he had to miss time as well. So another one that you kind of rotate in and out of the lineup. Same goes for Aaron Wiggins now. So we've seen a plethora of different starters. A.J. Mitchell even earned the start up in Portland. And the Thunder got off to just an incredibly blazing start against the Blazers with that starting five of SGA, AJ, Cason, Aaron Wiggins, and Isaiah Hartenstein. I mean, this team just absolutely smoked the Trailblazers at the start of this game, got out to a 19-6 run in the first quarter, led by 20 points going into the second quarter. Well, then the Trailblazers went on a insane bender in the second quarter, a 22-7 run there in that quarter, and as a result, the Thunder's lead that was up at 22 points diminished down to 6, and part of the reason for that is because of the lineup you had to run out there at the time. The Thunder were very depleted in that game and had to run out a lineup in the second quarter that consisted of Shai at the point, A.J. Mitchell at the 2. You're fine with that. But from there, you had J. Will, Brandon Carlson, and Ousmane Dieng. And those 5 guys together, it did not work. Ideally, Ousmane Dieng would be your 13th man. Brandon Carlson would be your 14th man. But Ousmane played 20 minutes in the game on Wednesday night, and he did not perform very well. I mean, 1 of 6 from the field. He got his rebounds. He has the size, so he should be getting in there. But I'm concerned about Ousmane Dieng. And if you want to check it out, Gabriel made a video about this, I think, a week or 2 ago to go more in depth. But Ousmane has been very disappointing through 4 seasons so far in Oklahoma City. Really has not developed into that role player that at least can be serviceable to give you 20 minutes of action. He was a bit of a liability out there offensively. His lone basket was a cut basically from the backside corner down the baseline and up and under dunk, a nice feed from Isaiah Hartenstein. But from there, he really did not contribute a whole lot offensively. And Brandon Carlson, don't even get me started on that. He had an awful game, right? He played 8 minutes. He was outscored. His plus-minus was -13 in the time that he was out there. So not great when you have to give Brandon Carlson 8 minutes of action to go along with Ousmane Dieng and his 20 minutes as well. That's where the Thunder really are feeling the absence of all of those star players. And that's what happens when you have to run out a lineup like that, right? You see the Trailblazers give you a 22-7 run and also go on a 19-6 run in that game. Now, again, I'm not going to overreact to that loss. It's the second night of a back-to-back, 3 games in 4 days, a lot of guys out. You're going to have more help tonight. Caruso's going to be back tonight. Chet's going to be back tonight. So you'll be feeling better about the guys you're going to be running out there. But when you have, again, this level of in and out and in and out and in and out, it's hard to really get into a rhythm, not only offensively, but also defensively. And the Thunder are the number 1 net rated defense in the NBA. However, the thing that you can look at that has been an issue, and this may not just be a Thunder thing, this could be a league-wide thing, and I'll tell you why here in a second. But this right here, the Thunder are 20th out of 30 teams in the NBA, bottom third. That number right there is free throws allowed per game. The Thunder are allowing 27 free throws per game. The aggressiveness as a defense has been taken advantage of, and I really feel like a lot of it is because of the whistle-happy nature we've seen from the officiating crews this year. I mean, the Spurs-Lakers game last night was just an excruciating watch, had like 68 free throws, and so just again, another just awful, dreadful watch. The Thunder game against the Trailblazers was a very much similar story. I mean, that game you had 63 free throws, and I want to say Deni Avdija, he just lived at the free throw line. I mean, people think that Shai's the free throw merchant. Oh my gosh, Deni Avdija's a great player, but when you go 0 of 13 from the field and you have 15 points because of free throws, that's diabolical. That's Grinch level stuff right there from Deni Avdija. But nonetheless, I mean, the Trailblazers earned that game. The Thunder were tired. But the Thunder defensively, that's the one thing, right? You play a physical style, a physical brand of defense. And so far this year, you've been doing the things that you did last year in terms of running the floor, getting points off turnovers, points in transition. Those things haven't changed. But what has changed is teams have gotten to the free throw line more often. And that was a big reason why the Blazers won the game. The Blazers were 30 of 32 from the line. So again, they needed to shoot over 93% from the line to win that game. A perfect storm for Portland to win its finals, basically, raise the banner, beat the Thunder 9 games into the season to snap a 16-game losing streak up in Portland, when the Thunder were on the second night of a back-to-back, if you want. But last thing I want to say before we wrap up the video, this is a quote right here from Mark Daigneault after that loss. He basically said, "I thought we got put into an experience that was a tough road environment against a team that was playing really sharp and well with great energy, had to weather a ton of storms in the second half especially." And that right there, the second half especially, that just tells you that the Thunder were tired, right? Shai looked tired really for the first time all season long. He looked like he was out of gas and he was out of breath. And he still gave 35. It wasn't inefficient 35. He was 38% from the field. He can be better, but he didn't have his legs. He was tired. Aaron Wiggins, I just showed you for a quick second. I'll pull it back up again. Aaron Wiggins, he's been great this year, obviously, but he had another great game against the Trailblazers. 27 points, 52% from the field. So you absolutely love to have that. But the areas of concern, to kind of wrap this video up, the injuries, 9 guys now after tonight that will have been in and out of the lineup to start the year, as well as the aggressiveness of your defense resulting in more free throws for the opposition. So let me know down below in the comments, leave a like, and then also let me know, hey, how do you feel about this through 9 games, right? Game number 10 coming up tonight. Are you concerned about the injuries? Are you okay with it because it's this team being conservative and deciding it's more worth it to have our guys fully rested and not in any sort of harm's way? I tend to kind of lean more that way. But to a point, you're going to have your lineup really clicking and gelling at the right time. So these guys are going to have to be out there and get a good run of things eventually. It's not early in the season that they're obviously getting that run, but hopefully at some point we're able to see more of that continuity. So again, let me know down below what you think about the video. We'll see you guys next time here on Thunder Digest.